more Dior blushes. So Dior came out with some unpromoted, really, I don't see too many people talking about these, and I did a video on this, on 2 shades. I'll post right here. It was cloudy. It's not cloudy now. I might swatch those for you again right now, but I did order 2 more colors. I don't know when they're going to be here. I haven't gotten anything on it, even though I got 2-day shipping. But next week, they came out with 4 new colors from the Backstage. They have a cherry, and I'll post that right here, or right here. And they have one that is an orange and me, very hard to do. And they have this one, which is Rosewood. Looks like a, a fabulous color, maybe for me more in the winter time. And they have Mahogany, which I got. I understand that this is a color that was made for women of color. I get it. But months ago I did a video on Chanel nude lipsticks, and they had a lipstick, and I'm going to pull it out for this look, that was a dark color, but it didn't have any blue. So the dark colors with blue, very common. They're like deep berries. But I used it on my cheeks, and I said, I want to get something like this. And I'm wondering if this could be like that. So we're going to put these on, put on some lips, get some overall ideas. And I also wanted to let you know right here and now, I had a laser yesterday. I had an XLV laser, which I'll do a video on after maybe 2 weeks just to see what the full results are. But the XLV is something that targets blood, hemoglobin, and doing the capillaries. There are bumps on my face. So I really wanted to shoot today because I got these yesterday. The sun is out. It's like 1 point, 2 point, bumpy on the face, maybe not so good. Just saying ahead of time, so if something looks like, ooh, it's patchy, probably isn't. It's probably my bumpy face. This is a brush from Sephora, and I use this when I have something super, super pigmented because my squirrels seem to pick up a lot. And I'm just looking in the monitor thinking, it's looking a little warm. I have to say, I sat here and put on my makeup and everything was fine, and then I added this light right here because I was so dark on this side of my face, and all of a sudden it looks super warm. So just keep that in mind. It's a little bit warmer than it should be. Going in with this and picking up well. It's dark at the end, so I really can't tell how much I'm picking up, so I'm just picking up well and taking off on my hand. And gosh, okay, I'm going to do that again because there's hardly anything that came off on my hand. When doing a really, really dark color, I absolutely recommend you consider the brush that you're using. I'm wearing the Rituel de Fille, and I did do some powdering, but there's still some shine, probably from my sunscreen. And now you can see my bumps. It's holding on to my bumps, so please don't consider that. Yeah. But when I look at it from over here, I'm thinking I can make this work. I definitely put on a little too much, and I wish I had left some foundation on my beauty blender. But I think I can make this color work. I do. For me, it's not something I would put on my cheeks, which is where I usually put my blush. It suits the shape of my face, but use it almost like a contour, and it would be more of an evening look when you don't want color on your cheek, a brightness, a youthfulness. You want something a little bit more sophisticated. I think I did a better job on this side than this side, honestly, because I was looking at a mirror far away as opposed to a mirror that wasn't far away. So let me just put on a little more foundation so we can really make this look good. And I'll be back in a minute, and we'll put on the lip, and we'll see what that final look is. Okay, now this is more like what I'm seeing in the mirror. So I just used my beauty blender, a teeny bit more foundation. I didn't powder and just kind of went over a little bit, and I feel like they look pretty even, not 100% even. I didn't add more color, but I think I'm keeping. There is a usefulness for me in my makeup wardrobe, if you will, to have something like this where it's just giving me a little bit of something for evening. Now this is the Chanel, and it's right there. So there is a teeny bit of purple, but you can see how these two might relate really well together. And then for the eyes, I would do something very light. I'm actually wearing a little bit of a crayon from Laura Geller on my eye, and not even any mascara, teeny bit of liner. Or you can just go in with something super rich and kind of 20s looking with Rituel de Fille on the eyes. So let's put this on the lips so you can get that look. My bullet's a little messed up. I think when I put it away, I didn't have it all the way down. But I think this is a super sophisticated kind of look. And you could certainly, this is full opacity, but you could sheer it out if you wanted to, I think. I think the mahogany absolutely works. It's just how you use it and how you apply it. Definitely got a little bit more on this side than this side. I don't want to make any terrible mistakes. So whatever's on the brush, I'm just going to pounce. And now let's blot. If you feel that's a little too much, absolutely 100%. Let's put on some more makeup, and then we're going to go on with the rosewood. Let's go in with rosewood, you guys. There she is. It's the kind of shade I used to use all the time when I was in my 20s and 30s, and kind of have moved away from it. And now I look at it more as a fall-winter kind of color for me, because it's a little bit cool. I'm using my Suq brush, but again, I'm gonna go slow. So this is the intensity that I would wear a color like this. I will put a little bit more on so you can get a better idea of the tone for you, but for me, this is about how I would wear it, and I think it's lovely. That mahogany, there might still be a teeny bit of the mahogany on because I just did some light foundation over it. And that's rosewood. I still have the dark lip on, which actually I think works, but let's take that off and do something, first maybe you'll try something clear, and then we'll try something kind of pink and happy. You know what? I'm going to try this Jones Road. This is English Rose. Now I still have some of that darkness on my lips. So this should lighten it and pink it up a bit, but very lightly. This is very close to what my lips look like when I wake up in the morning when they're very lightest. And now I want to do this. This was a product from Givenchy. It's not being made anymore. I was just cleaning out my samples and things, and I got tossed. And I thought, why don't I try it first? And I love it. It's pH, and I love the texture, and I love the color. And I get a rosebud lip from this. And I think you can tell, hopefully you can tell, that the blush is getting pinker and pinker. I'm going to move up a bit. There. So, yes, I definitely think there's still some mahogany on, but I think it looks fantastic, honestly. And now I'm going to go on a little bit heavier so you can get a better idea of what the color is, and do one more swatch of this. kind of a big swatch, but not super heavy. I like to start, by the way, if you didn't know, 2 inches. I hate that stripe right up to the hairline, and it makes sense that it would just kind of connect with the eye bones. So start right there and then kind of doing a half moon and bring it up a little bit for a more youthful look. And I think I got a little too much on this side. But I think it's lovely. I have to say, you guys, both of these, where's the other one? They're staying in my collection. There is absolutely 100% usefulness for these colors for my skin tone and my aesthetic, the kind of makeup I like to do. And yeah, super, super, super pretty. I am so darn pleased. The funny thing is, when I saw these colors, I thought, Rosewood, I've seen it a million times, I've done it a million times, I'm not into it anymore, but this is absolutely working on me, and I can see myself going to this. I can see this becoming one of those colors, like the Rose Dentelle, where I don't know what to wear, so I just put that on. The Rose Dentelle looks like this. It's far lighter, I think, and a little more pinky, but let me just do a swatch next so you can see how they are different. There might be a little bit of a peachiness in the Rose Dentelle, but this was such a big go-to for me where I don't know what to do. Maybe this one will be one of those, and this one 100%, and maybe not just for night, because I thought it looked fantastic, and I think there might still be a little bit left. If you are fair, you can do this color. You just have to be careful with how you apply it. I saw somebody who will remain nameless pound this on her face and say, well, this doesn't work for me. Well, of course it doesn't. I don't think it would work for anyone the way you apply it, but you know, you have to be very exact and very precise and very thoughtful about how you apply certain colors. Oh, and I think the mahogany is fantastic too. So you guys, just going to take the hair down for the full effect. I like the hair up because it keeps the shadows off my face and you can really see the color, because the camera reads my hair color and it darkens everything up. I got myself some sweet little presents during the Memorial Day sale. And the blouse, by the way, these are beads, Zara, $89. It's a beautiful poplin cotton. I'll post the name of it down below. I don't think I can do a link for them, but you can, you know, button it up all the way if you want. Ooh, I like that. Or, you know. All right, you guys, that's going to wrap up today's video. Thank you so much for spending some time with me. I hope it was helpful, and I hope you come back again. Until we meet again, be safe and smart, and I'm wishing you good health.